the Biden administration is greenlighting immigration. You know, they let people in. They let all these people in. They said, you're welcome here. They were flying them in from other countries, probably underaged immigrants from other countries. We don't know what they wanted them for, these underaged immigrants. And they're letting them cross the border, with President Bush. The orders were, if you see somebody coming across the border with a gun, you're to retreat. The Bush administration actually told border agents to retreat when somebody came across the border with a gun. Retreat. So the green lining and they're making green cards more available. They were, and they're making green cards more available, and they're just saying, well, you have a court date, and nobody showed up for the court date, and you don't know where they are, and because they didn't have an address to go get them, and they didn't care. We have all these people, and they started shoving them through the ports of entry. They just let them say, okay, well, we want to make it look good, so let's put them through the ports of entry. And say, well, they came in legally. They didn't come in legally. You let them in. And maybe we should have a better process to let more people in. But we cannot let the world in. Remember housing prices? You can't afford an apartment now. In Indiana, because we're far away from the border, and we're far away except for Indianapolis, we're far away from major cities. So the illegal immigrants aren't coming here, so our prices are not that high. You can still get a pretty good apartment for under $1,000 around here. You can get a decent apartment, pretty good apartment for under $1,000 in a good area of town. We don't have a lot of bad areas of town in this area. But you say, well, we want to let these illegal immigrants in. We want to spend all this money, and we have all this inflation. Thank God, maybe we'll get a handle on it with Trump. I don't know. You really can't trust these politicians one bit. But we've let in all these illegal immigrants, and then people say, well, housing prices have gone up. We spent all this money. So you spent all this money to get rid of student loans. I was benefited. My student loan was gotten rid of. I could have paid for it if I'd been allowed to work, if my health would allow me to work. But you want all this. You voted for Biden. You said Trump was bad because that's what the media told you. And now we have high inflation. Now people can't afford housing.